Welcome to the Playbook for Amazon podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Lieber, and the goal of this podcast is to share what's working today that's helping my company, TurnKey Product Management, sell over 8 figures per year on Amazon for our clients. We will share with you the actionable steps, systems, and playbook that you can plug into your business to boost your sales on Amazon. Let's go.
It is March Roundtable 2022. So today we are going to be talking about Prime Day, which seems very crazy considering Prime Day is definitely coming up in March. But as you guys know, there is always stuff to prep for it. For those of you guys where maybe it's your first Prime Day or whatever, there's a lot that goes into it. So it's very common that we get this update usually around this time, and we start to prepare for it. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover kind of just what we know from Amazon. And then I'm also going to just start to cover the high level stuff that you need to have prepared going into Prime Day. Now, that being said, as Prime Day gets closer, Prime Day should fall again. I can't say with 100% certainty, but based on what we know, our guess is it's going to fall in July once again. If that is the case, we will do a Prime Day roundtable where we discuss strategy. It's going to be a longer presentation, all that. Today is more high level, just kind of discussing again what we know from Amazon and all that good stuff. Okay. So Prime Day sneak peek, here it is. So first piece of information for Prime Day 2022 so far is that all shipments must be checked in by June 20th in order to be there in time for Prime Day. So that is why our team is thinking it's most likely a July Prime Day. Historically, prior to COVID, it was always July during summer when they had Prime Day, and it usually roughly fell mid-July. They always avoid 4th of July week, so they're usually aiming for about mid-July. So that's common. But when COVID hit, it kind of made things kind of go up in the air where, we kind of felt like, I think our 2020 Prime Day was pushed to October. So there was a lot of different things coming up, which kind of makes you wonder each year, okay, when is it going to be? So this year it is looking like it'll be in July based on them needing the inventory by June 20th. Okay. So in our experience, usually Prime Day inventory takes a month to check in. So at a minimum, I would say your Prime Day inventory must be inbound by May 20th, right? That's what we're looking at. Now, all that being said, one thing I am seeing is a lot of our clients, they're seeing right now even slow check-in times, which, definitely makes me a bit nervous. I know we're talking about May, which is roughly 2 months away. Not roughly, it is in fact 2 months away, but you get what I mean. It's 2 months away. I just highly doubt things are going to change big time. So if you can give yourself even more than May 20th, I would. Just because again, they're already taking their time, and then you have Prime Day on top of that. Expect it to be a little bit more delayed. So at a minimum May 20th, but if you can do like maybe the week before, I think you're going to be in better shape. That's just my personal opinion. So promotion information thus far. So Amazon announced that you must schedule your deals by April 29th. What they mean by deals is they mean lightning deals and 7-day deals. That is what they're referring to when they say deals. Other things like coupon clippings, Prime exclusive discounts, all of those things you will be able to do and figure out once you know the date of Prime Day. But right now, if you want to run a lightning deal or a 7-day deal, you need to be looking in the back end of your listing under deals now to see if you have a Prime Day option. So what that will look like, guys, is if you go in the back end and you press create a new deal, and you'll see next to the product Prime Day, it's not going to give a date. It's going to say Prime Day week. That's when you'll see if you're eligible. And what you'll do if you want to book it is, of course, you select the Prime Day week date, not any other dates, the Prime Day week date, and that will automatically schedule you or submit you for Prime Day options. Now, again, it's not, like I said, it's not going to say the date of Prime Day or anything like that. It's just going to say Prime Day week, and then you'll have the option to go ahead and book it. Now, that being said, something I always stress to everybody, this is not something everyone gets, right? We have a ton of clients here at TurnKey at different levels, and I would say less than 50% get this option. It's very rare you get this option. So if you have it as an option, especially like a 7-day deal, I recommend booking it and let's ask questions later, right? Because these types of deals only come every so often and not everyone gets them, right? So if you get the option to do it, my recommendation is book it and then let's figure it out once we're closer, because realistically you can cancel it up until the deal goes live and you're good to go. So one of those things, book it now, ask questions later. That's definitely our philosophy. Now, with prices changing daily and supply chain up in the air, just what I would recommend is definitely start to examine your margins now. Where do you have space to give a discount for Prime Day? What does that discount look like? Maybe the lightning deal is out of the question because it's too expensive to run, which roughly when you're talking Prime Day, most likely a lightning deal will cost roughly $350, and then a 7-day would cost $1,000. Now, again, I haven't seen the prices yet, so I don't know if that's for sure, but that's what it's been in the past. So you would expect that it's going to be more than a regular lightning deal or a regular 7-day deal. Okay. So now other things, right? Like a coupon clipping, that's going to be a regular coupon price. So like if you want to run a discount, but don't want to spend the money on a lightning deal or a 7-day deal, that's absolutely an option. You'll just book it sooner to the event. Our personal favorite, especially for Prime Day, is a Prime exclusive discount, because Prime exclusive discounts give you a little box that says Prime Day deal. But again, you can't book that by April 29th. That's going to be something that you guys are going to book once Amazon updates everybody with the dates, which roughly usually comes 2 to 3 weeks prior to the event. Okay. So that's kind of what we know the latest. And then again, like I said, when Prime Day is approaching sooner, probably in May, we are going to have a full Amazon Prime Day presentation where we'll talk about the promotions we recommend and everything like that. This is more just to give you guys the details on what Amazon has announced, which is the lightning deals, 7-day deals must be booked by April 29th. Now, other items to consider. So obviously right now you're looking at, 2 months before we have to send inventory in, 3 months before that inventory has to be checked in, and between 3.5 to 4 months away from Prime Day, which realistically feels far away, right? But, as someone who's sitting here wondering how the heck we're halfway through March, I'm thinking that's going to be here before we know it, right? So a couple of suggestions I have. Again, we will cover more in depth in May once we know more information, once we have the dates, all that stuff, all that. But things I would look at now, because you've got the time to do it, are one, for sure, get your listings optimized. Do it now. The reason I suggest that is because things like an Amazon A/B experiment, which we highly recommend doing, those take between 4 to 10 weeks, depending on your choosing, to get results, to get the data, to make a decision. So if you want to be doing split testing like that, now is the time to do it rather than May or June, because by then you're too close to Prime Day. You don't want to be making edits to your listing. So do that stuff now. Get your listings optimized, get them looking the way you want them. So that would be my number one suggestion. Other things I would say for sure to start to get in order are get your graphics in order for your storefront, your email blast, social media. Try to get all of that stuff created ahead of time, because that's going to just put you in a better spot once Prime Day rolls around, right? Especially for those of you that are here right now or listening back. If you guys are like a one-man, one-woman show, that's really daunting to try to put all this stuff together with a couple of weeks notice of Prime Day, right? But it's coming up, it's going to be in summer. Start to get your stuff in order, right? And if you're one of those people where you've been around the block on Amazon, you've been on Amazon for a while, you have graphics from last year, all you got to do is update them, right? Make them stand out a little bit more, revisit them. Obviously, when dates come out, you'll be able to update it with that. But it definitely can't hurt to start thinking about the marketing efforts now, knowing that if I do it now and I start to make them now, all I'm going to have to do is make adjustments when the dates are announced, right? So that's something to keep in mind. And then, of course, if you guys were on Amazon Prime Day, last Prime Day, revisit what you did last year, right? See what the results were. How did my email blasts do? How did my Prime Day exclusive discounts do? Coupons, how did all that do? Maybe you ran a lightning deal last year and it stunk. it just didn't do well, and you'd rather switch to Prime exclusive this year, right? So it's always important to revisit what happened last year, just because honestly, that's what's going to help you this year, right? Building off of what you did last year, learning from last year is always the answer. The last thing I would say is line up marketing opportunities, specifically things like influencers, right? So if you think about an influencer, first of all, influencers, just in general, they're very, very hard to get in contact with. I think we all can speak to that. It's challenging to get in front of one. So my suggestion would be, if you are interested in influencers pushing your product on Prime Day, get in front of them now. Don't wait until May. Don't wait until June. That's going to put you in a tough spot, right? Talk to them now. Say, hey, like for Prime Day, that'll be this summer. Could we possibly work together? Try to get some stuff even going now, so you can test out influencers. Similar to that A/B testing, right? Maybe you find an influencer that's doing really, really well, others that aren't. Test that stuff out now. Try to get that under control. And then also just internal efforts, whatever that means for your team specifically. Again, if you're a one-woman, one-man show, that probably means, hey, we've got to kind of get some things in order now rather than wait. But if you've got a team, have them start thinking of different marketing opportunities, whether that's creating TikToks internally, maybe that's creating certain Instagram posts or stories or what have you. Maybe it's doing an Amazon Live, whatever that might be. Start to get those things in order, so that when you get on this call in May and we're talking about the specifics, the strategies that we're going to run, you're ready to go. You've already thought about it. You're already planned out. You already think this is what you're going to do, and you're just tuning it up based on what we talk about. So that's kind of what we're looking at in terms of what we know on Prime Day. I know it doesn't seem like much, but even just knowing the date of when to ship inventory in, you're ahead of your competitors, right? Because knowing that alone, with supply chain issues the way they are right now, big deal to know that stuff ahead of time. So take advantage of it. Start to look at those projection reports. Start to plan inventory accordingly, because Prime Day is definitely coming, and we want you guys all to be prepared.